Hey everyone, so welcome back and we be solving this puzzle here. Okay, so they in the interview normally, okay, when you get the scenario, if you solve by one method, the recruiter may tell you to solve in another way. Okay, for example, you have seen the sort. Okay, so if you want to reverse the string, they will ask you to do the transformation without using sort. Similarly, for this use case, if you see, you are just realigning. Okay, you just reorienting this string given here, the input string in the, and then you are converting. Okay, so to do that, like one way is that by using normalize. So normally, if you're not aware of our normalize, you can check the above link. Okay, to study on the normalize playlist. Okay, you can go and check that in the playlist. So the normalize, what will happen, like you can count the length of the string, and then no, like you can pass that string length to the normalize core function, and then you will print, okay, each row. So the other way to do is that we'll introduce one component, okay, for this use case solving. So the component name is, you have redefine. Okay, so why are we looking at this use case is because, like, to solve the header, trailer, okay, body records, okay, trailer, those operations. Okay, to solve these operations, you must understand dedupe, sort, roll up, and then this redefine. So that's why we brought this use case today. So we'll see how to solve this use case, and then we'll see couple of use case, to understand, to make you understand why are we going for redefine. And then post that we'll come back to this header record. Okay, so maybe tomorrow. So I hope, like, we are good with the basic component, so we can see some complex components like going forward. So we'll look at how to solve this one. So I think with normalize you know how to do. So if you don't know, like, you can watch one of the above videos. Okay, you can go and search in normalize playlist. So the expectation here is, the recruiter will there's some sort of questions. Okay, how to do this. Okay, how will you do this without using the actual component, actual no needed component. Okay, so these type of questions might arise in the interview. Okay, example for that is, you have one example, reverse a string, reverse a given string without using sort. That we have discussed already, so you can watch the link. Other video is that this one. Okay, so you have like a number of video concepts. Okay, so other one is, you have to remove duplicates without using dedupe sort. Okay, so these type of questions might come in the interview. So you have to be ready for this. So we'll look at today's use case. So this one, and we'll see how's the design is going to be. Okay, so design, we know that we have we told you, like, we'll be using redefine. So you have to use redefine, and the concept checklist is that you can go and study in that site. Okay, Abinitio site about redefine, its runtime and everything. Okay, so when should we go for redefine and what happens? Okay, so normally, like, I'll just tell you in one line. Okay, so if you want to, like, study in deep, you can go and check in this website. I'll just tell you one line. Okay, so no changes to the record format. Okay, so it can be plus in field, okay, or reduce the field. Okay, without changing values. So that's a one line. So you should not be changing the value, so you can realign the given data. So for this use case, we have we can take this as a data. Okay, a string data, and then we'll see how to do this by using redefine format. So we have used this component here, and the input, we'll see the entire configuration. So record. So for the input, okay, for the input DML. So input DML would be a record. Will be considering that as a string. Okay, so new line as a delimiter. We have a data end, and after redefine. So in the redefine port, in the redefine output you can declare, okay, so you just declare this one, declare give the format, give the output as this one, okay. So if you give this and then if you check the output data, so you will get the output data as I n d I a, okay, and then you get the new line as well, okay. So that's how like you can realign, okay. So this is like one of the way. So in the redefine you can use this make a changes to this record format. So basically what like basically see we are doing, we are changing this record format, but we are not changing the data, okay, values, okay. So and another example, okay, so I can give you another example, uh, for for increasing the columns, increasing the fields by using redefine. So one such example is that, consider this example, okay, consider this input data. You have 10 Steve Jobs and you have 11 Ajit Gupta, okay. So you have ID column and then name column. So your input DML would be, okay, record, decimal, and then you have a delimiter comma, you have declared ID and then string, you have a new line, okay, and we are going until the end, okay, name. So the recommend would be to consider, okay, to separate this first name and last name, okay. So we'll see how we can do this, okay. We can use the same setup, we can use the same ETL design, okay. We are passing the input 10 comma Steve Jobs to the redefine, and then redefine will split the fields, okay, by keeping the same values. It will keep the same Steve Jobs, but it will split the values. How will you do that? We have a space in between, okay, here. So we can use that as a delimiter, we can give the name as f name, first name, and then you can give the last name as, just consider delimiter as new line, okay. So this will produce, this is a redefined output, okay, for DML, okay. So this will give you 10 for the first record, and then the other column, the first name column would be Steve, and then last name, okay, so last name column would be Jobs. Similarly for the other record as well. So this is one way. So this is like we are making changes to the record format. So here we have two columns, and then here like we are increasing to three, and then we are splitting the record as well, okay. So see, all this like we can do it in normal as well, but you can use a simple redefine format. So this is one such example, and then say we'll just see now how to how we'll just reduce the column now, okay. So we'll now how we are going to reduce, reducing the fields, okay, number of fields using redefine. So here consider this example, record, you have string, take, okay, take employee name, okay, employee first name here, and then same exactly you can take it as last name, and then you can consider his age as well, okay. Now you can consider, okay, you can consider is, you can consider address, you can give 20, you can consider salary, okay. So since this is on last field, okay, that's okay. Now so now the output, okay, output requirement, I just want the two fields, okay, which is employee details and then salary, employee salary. I just want two details, okay. So my input is having 4 columns, but I just need 2 details. So the employee details should should comprise, like it should consist of these 3 fields, okay, first name, last name, and then address. So how will you do that? You just write redefine format. Okay, so I'll just write redefine. So this one is a redefine port DML. Okay, so here in the redefine 10 plus 1020 plus 2040. So here 40, I'll just give employee details. I'll take these two off and then decimal as it is. Okay, here the name change, employee salary. Okay, that's it. The thing is the rule. Okay, I'll just tell you the rule. So no change in values. Okay, you can byte level, okay, byte size or something. If you have any byte size difference, then you will get an error, a graph will fail, and then you cannot do the transform here. This is just alignment, so you cannot do a implement like implicit transform or reformat. Okay, so you cannot do this, you can't do anything there. Just just you can put a redefined component after the input, and then you can configure the layout, your change layout, and then the expected output will come for the uh, change in data. Okay, for the data change. That's it. So that's it. Like, I think we are clear with the roll up, deloop sort, and then redefine. So I hope like you can go for the header, trailer, okay, body record. So these operations. So we have generate, we have segregate, and then we have validate. So tomorrow we can see the validate. Okay, I hope you guys are good with this one. So if you are not sure of this component coding, then you can see the playlist. Okay, so I will there. Okay, I'll just ping the link above. So tomorrow I'll just see you guys. Like, until then, bye bye.